Welcome to Here's How We Get There. It's the daily show filled with conversations about business and mental health in a down-to-earth style with real-world language. Now let's dive in with your co-hosts, Kenneth Shark-Kinney and Trey Tucker.
All right, Trey, if a planetarium and a rock concert had a baby, it apparently would have given birth to U2's new Las Vegas residency at the Sphere. I have not been inside, but I did see it during construction. I've seen it from the outside. It appears to be amazing, and everything I've heard about looks to be amazing. What are your thoughts?
It's apparently the unofficial eighth wonder of the world. It costs $2 billion?
$2.3 billion. Yeah.
Yeah. And the screens inside it are 16K resolution. I mean, I don't want to see anybody, especially myself, it's 16K. I'm bad enough on HD, but I mean, seeing it from the outside, you and I have both seen it. It looks amazing. I know they can, from the outside, the screens can blend in with the skyline of the desert, so it essentially disappears from the outside. And then it's all over social media now. The views from the inside at the show. I mean, you couldn't tell where the actual bleachers ended and the whatever the screen bleachers, the artificial bleachers began, because it made it look like just an endless row of fans inside the Sphere. But I mean, it truly is overwhelming to the senses. And I think that's what people want these days. You know, we have so much AI and we're so used to screens, but somehow our worlds are starting to collide with reality and virtual reality. And I don't know where this goes in the future, but this is a pretty cool little novelty, and I know they can charge probably double the concert prices or, you know, whatever events and conferences they may have in there. But it's definitely a novelty.
Yeah, the whole light show aspect, which is why I've got the Aurora Borealis behind me. I mean, it's sort of bringing a lot of that sensory into an event, and I can appreciate the fact that what I've heard is that the sound is not too loud, but it's perfect. It's almost like, you know, what you think of with a Bose system, how those Bose speakers sound, you know, elevate the sound without necessarily making it too loud. Every seat, especially the ones at the back, are the best, kind of like in a planetarium where you don't have to be right at, you know, in the middle center to see everything well. I do worry that this may be too much of an overload. I would love to see my favorite groups in there. And I think it's great that U2, of all people, I mean, U2 is what Taylor Swift is now. If you think of what U2 was 20 years ago with the rattle and hum, and I mean, they were massively huge. They were like the next, you know, the Irish Beatles, but it allows, I don't want to see just like every group just put on a light show inside with that kind of stuff. I think it's interesting. I think it's going to be really interesting to see where a lot of this, it's almost like we were talking about on a previous episode. If you think about these concerts that are going in theaters, I don't want to sit in a movie theater and watch a 2D screen. Now I want the whole Sphere illuminated with all kinds of stuff. But at the same time, as somebody who played piano for 100 years and have always enjoyed music, and you think about just the experience of being in an orchestral hall, or go to Red Rock Theater, the amphitheater in Colorado. I don't need all the light show around it to appreciate how great the music is. So it's a new look. I'm all for it. I think it's new and it's exciting. I'm worried that everybody's going to try to replicate it, and then we're just bored to tears with the bad versions of it. But kudos to Vegas for figuring it out first. But you know, they're going to have these. Like, I can't wait to see what Dubai comes up with. Dubai will spend $4.6 billion. Why? You know, they'll double it and make it the biggest one, and then it'll be Shakira or something like. There's so many different ways, though, to take all of our senses, and this is just an overload of it. And I look forward to some rattle and hum.
Thank you for joining Shark and Trey on the Here's How We Get There show. Make sure to rate, review, and subscribe to the show, and visit here'showwegetthere.com. That's here'showwegetthere.com.